Hello everybody, welcome to the solo stream. We're doing a solo stream tonight. Sorry, I'm still trying to get set up over here. Yeah, it's GDC, Game Developers Conference, and Bobby is there. So it's just me tonight, that's it. And I didn't even turn my banners on. Look at me, how disorganized am I tonight? Anyway, nice to be here. And right, some very exciting things are happening on my stream tonight, and I'll talk about those in a minute. First, however, I need to take care of a few things here. So let's see, there it is. I found it. So yeah, we're something pretty amazing is happening tonight. Oh, you know what? I don't even have the chat in front of me. Let me go to that chat right now. See who's around. And hello, Kiwi. Hello, Spin. Yeah, it's the bare basics, man. It's happening. Well, it's already happened. Hi, Nick. So, right. I'm just trying to get organized. I'm a little bit disorganized right now. So let me put things where they need to be. And we're going to the Pac-Man World 2 library. And levels. Bare basics. Okay. So I need to search for this folder. Okay, I think this resolved my little issue I was just having. And why is that cut off in half? I never understood why this does this. My system is acting all funny on me. Why is this doing this? I would like to know. Okay. All right, well, let's see here. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to get all the, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. So yeah, guys, it's happening. It is happening. Yeah, the raw DAW bongo, huh? So, all right. So first, let's introduce everything here. So tonight is a very special stream. It's all about the bare basics from Pac-Man World 2, which means that I should probably, yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, let's do that. Maybe that's overkill. We'll just put the one in the upper right corner. Anyway, so I am releasing the bare basics to the world. And I want to start with a disclaimer. And my disclaimer is this, that this is a beloved soundtrack. And I am releasing this to the community. I'm releasing this to the fans and anyone else that's interested in Pac-Man World 2 music. I really hope that the people at Namco can understand how special this music is and how important it is to so many people all over the world. Love this soundtrack. And I am just doing one track, just the bare basics, which captures the spirit of Pac-Man World 2. And I'm doing it because people have asked me. There are hundreds of remake videos out there, and a lot of the times they get it wrong. So I'm releasing the entire library for just the bare basics, and I'm releasing the MIDI file. And you guys can share, give it to your friends, give it to your anyone. I really hope the lawyers at Namco do not get upset with me. Again, I'm doing this for the people that love Pac-Man World 2 music. John Lennon said, "Music belongs to the people. It's only the lawyers and publishers that think they can control it." Anyway, the other thing is a lot of old samples from 20, 30 years ago are also going along with this little care package. And I really hope Eric Persing at Spectrasonics and Peter Sidliacek, who helped develop the Roland library. Again, I hope that this is okay with you guys. Again, I'm doing this to help, you know, a lot of people who really love this music. And I own all the licenses. I bought every single sample. So not that that makes it okay to share it, but it's just a very limited amount. But I'm doing it again to, in the spirit of helping other people and sharing music. So without further ado, let's go ahead and, well, first I'm gonna, we'll just listen here. And, you know, I have to for a moment talk about the bongos. FP, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. So let's talk about these, the famous or infamous DAW bongos, shall we, for a moment? So So this is a sample of me years ago. I did some session work in New York City, and I was playing on an album project, and the producer wanted me to do a bongo solo. And I was, you know, in my first year at Berklee College of Music, and essentially I just made one of the best bongo solos of my entire life. And so I asked the engineer, I said, "Hey man, could you just print a copy of that soloed, you know, just for my own archives and stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, no problem." So of course he gave me a copy. And I even have, like, we can even listen to the original, because, you know, Spin is always interested. And hello, hi JT, and everybody else, hello. Spin is sort of like the official archivist of the Pac-Man World 2 music project. And Mika or Kiwi, I never know what to call you. Kiwi. Anyway, they've been really amazing, both Kiwi and Spin, who is never wrong. And he actually quoted me on that, because he is never wrong. He knows probably more about the sounds that I have used in Pac-Man World 2. Probably, like, he knows better than anyone, including me. And I wrote it. So, okay. But I know he's always interested in, like, the lore and like behind the scenes kind of thing. So I'm releasing again Into the Wild. And by the way, let me go quickly over here. Oh, I'm going to also turn off my Discord, because I don't want that, like, beeping and making sounds and stuff. So I'm going to go here. I believe it's in Compositions of My Youth. There it is, DAW bongos. So the DAW bongos, this is the actual take. So you can't guess. Please confirm, because it's true. So this is the actual from the session. This is literally 30 seconds, including the solo. So Spin, you're going to get the whole thing that doesn't even exist in my DAW bongos, which is the groove part. Oh no, that's not true. It's just the solo. So this is just the solo. That's the groove part. This is the part that is not part of the samples. That's just me grooving along to the song. So there you go. I used to be able to play the bongos like no one's business. So I just thought you would appreciate that, Spin. Hearing the full take before it got chopped up. So what I did is I took those samples and then I chopped them up into individual little slices, everything. And then for the most part, it's just being played how I played it on that album project. But you can see I'm just adding a few things here and there. And it's being slowed down. And included in my little sample pack, anytime it's a customized Orb Soundworks / David Logan sample, I'm including this really cute Orb Soundworks Pac-Man World 2 library wallpaper. So I just, again, I thought you would appreciate that. The other sample, again, custom made, Logan recorded original, are these drums. And all of these drums were recorded at, and we were trying to find if it's still around today. But actually, Madonna's manager, his name was Freddie DeMann. I don't know if he still is, but for a long time, he was Madonna's manager. And he was one of the co-founders of Maverick Records, along with Madonna. Anyway, his recording studio, his commercial studio, was called Brooklyn Recording. And it was on Hollywood Boulevard. No, it was on Sunset Boulevard, I believe. Yeah, in Hollywood. Anyway, he had an engineer who worked there who I was working on an album project with him. His name was Justin Smith. Fantastic guy. Great engineer. Holy cow. Anyway, the studio was renamed 1-on-1 South. Now, I was able to find 1-on-1 recording studios in North Hollywood, but I don't know if it's the same studio. But that's not the point. The point is, these are all my samples. So Justin and I spent, I don't know, like 3-4 hours in the studio just making some of the craziest drum sounds I've ever made. Now, these are all the clean drums, but we recorded crazy distorted drums and you name it. So anyway, my point is, again, these are custom drum sounds. So you get the Orb Soundworks Pac-Man World 2. This is the snare drum. So you get the snare drum. I think they all have the same wallpaper, and it says Logan Custom Drums. And some of you probably don't know this, but I actually build my own snare drums. In addition to building my own Apple Watches, I also build my own snare drums. And this is the logo of my little snare drum company. Anyway, so there you go. So these are very, very personal samples. The bongos, the DAW bongos, were recorded in the year 1991, just to give you an idea of how old they are. My drum samples, they were recorded, 97 or 1998-ish, between there. Yeah, Spin, you mentioned how much you really liked the some of the drum sounds. The thing about the bongos is, you know, when you study how to play, I studied with Eduardo Uribe, who was the drummer of Ray Barretto, actually, for a long time. Ed Uribe passed away, but he was my teacher, bit of a mentor, great guy. And, you know, as I recall, it was always about tone. Everything was about how, you know, you can vary your tone while, you know, playing the instrument. And so for me, I focused a lot on that, and that's why. And feel. And, you know, there's some speed in there as well, but it's all tone and feel. And that was my focus. You know, remember, this is all being done live. Like, there's no editing, and actually it was being done to tape. And the engineer punched me in because he wanted me to do something more similar on the second part. Blah, blah, blah. There it is. You can hear a little gap. And I was so upset because I had one of those, and I was like, dude, you punched me in late. He's like, no, man, I punched you in right on the beat. And I'm like, yeah, but I played a few notes before the beat. And he's like, well, you know, that's how it goes. Anyway, without further ado, let us go ahead and examine this, because what I've done is I've uploaded everything to Google Drive, and I guess we'll have to think about making like some kind of a public link. I don't know. Those bongos actually were one of my very, very dear friends at Berkeley. His name was Henri, who I've talked about him on the stream before. They belonged to him, and I asked him, you know, could I borrow your bongos? But they were very good bongos. They were LP brand, and you know, and I tuned them really nice. But I bought the exact same pair because they're so awesome. So yeah, I do own them ish, not the exact ones, but the same make and the same model, even the same color. So, all right. So what I'm going to do for those who are interested in remixing, remaking, reimagining, refreaking, whatever you want to do, man, I've decided that I'm going to print the stem mixes. Okay. So the stems are basically, you know, the individual tracks. Okay. And so let's go ahead and start doing that. Yeah. And I'll have to double check that they all land correctly. So let's go ahead and we'll go over here into our export section. So what do we want to do? We want to do one region as audio file. And what I'm going to do to kind of make this, you know, really nice and easy for everybody is, first of all, I'm going to join all these regions. Okay, we're going to get these all joined up. And we're going to get, all these beginning parts. So why am I doing this? This is so that everything will synchronize, so that you can just drag it all into your DAW and everything will just synchronize perfectly. All right. I'll just go over long here, and then we can just do a little cut at the beginning there. And I will export the warm pad. Just know that I'm including all the samples. However, the warm pad is a synth. It's not a sampler. And it is the Roland SC55 sound canvas, the very first one they released, the first edition. And the sound canvas, yeah, I mean, that was like, we were talking about it last night on my Discord server. I think, Kiwi, you were mentioning that you have one still, right? Anyway, that was like one of my absolute favorite all-time, you know, go-to, always loved synths. So I used it on a lot of stuff. All right. So it looks like we've got everything in their own regions here. So we're just going to go ahead to the very beginning and make a global cut. So that way everything starts on bar 1 and each region will be one wave file. So let's just go ahead here. I always forget the command because I don't do this often. I guess probably one region as audio file. Yeah, I guess I don't even have it as a keyboard shortcut, but all right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and it's weird. I literally feel like I'm giving away a piece of my soul. And why do I feel that way? Because I am giving away a piece of my soul. But I'm happy to do it for you guys. You know, you guys are all awesome. The music is very much, you know, appreciated. And there's a lot of people who say it was a big part of their childhood. And, you know, it's I'm happy to do it. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go into my Orb Instruments AAA game libraries. And I'm going to go... These are just the ones being rebuilt, by the way. There are others that I've not gotten around to, but these are the ones I started on. So I'm looking for this levels, bare basics. There we go. All right. So the other thing I might do just while I'm at it, may as well. Just going to go ahead and download the MIDI file. And then what I'll do is I'll just make a nice little package of everything. So let's see. Is that the same? I got to check that. I got to double check that. Okay, but regardless here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the MIDI file so that we have it. So it's just going to be a nice little care package here. So we're going to go audio stems. Okay. And let's go ahead and put this bare basics up here so we can just nice and easy access it. Actually, I should have done the audio stems, huh? That's probably way smarter. Okay, so there we go. I'll go ahead also in this, and I'll make, you know, basic groups here. Winds and strings. And then I think I already had the sample folders. Yeah, I did piano, harp, bass. We have drums and percussion. We have mallets. And so here's what I'm going to do to kind of make things samples. So this way we can really, and what I'm doing here, by the way, this is like, you know, asset management 101, right? We're making really clear folders here, right? So that we know, you know, where are the samples at? Where are the resources? So here's a script, by the way. This will allow you to, if you really want to, write the wallpaper into the contact instrument. And so then if you go to pictures under the resources, there you go. There's the Orb Soundworks generic Pac-Man World 2 library. So that's if you want to just, you know, spice it up a little bit. And maybe spin, that might be a fun little project for you. And Kiwi, you could, you know, just take all of these contact, because when you open them up, they're all blank. So maybe you could, you know, stick this little Pac-Man poster on every one of them. So, and if you want me to show you how, I certainly will. Actually, I'll do it on the stream tonight. That way you'll know how. So, and anyone else who wants to. So we got the MIDI file is right here. We have the samples folder, the resources folder, and then we have audio stems. Okay, just to show you how am I organizing this. So let's go to the winds. And then we'll go ahead here. Guys, this is monumental what I'm doing. Like really, it's kind of monumental. I got to be honest here. So, all right, we're going to go next with the hunting pipe. Hell, maybe I should assign a, let's do that. Let's do the keyboard shortcut since we're going to be doing this quite a bit. I never do this, so whatever. We can just go select it every time. I love my keyboard shortcuts. I'm a big keyboard shortcut fan. Also, I'm just going to quickly go back here. Yeah, I'm literally repacking. Miles says, I love the Sound Canvas. It's just a classic, man. The Sound Canvas was the first general MIDI synth. I loved my Sound Canvas, you know. Did you ever make stem record? No, I never made stem recordings. Never. They were just master waves. Yeah. You know, back in those days, I sound like an old man, huh? Back in those days, we ran what were called virtual tracks. So, for example, I had the Mackie digital 8-bus mixer with all the expanded analog cards. So I had 48 analog inputs. So all the outputs of my sample cell cards, my Kurzweil K2500, my Akai S6000, all the samplers, and then all the synths and the sound canvases and the XV3080s, all of those analog outputs went directly into the mixer, and the mixer had onboard effects, which is why we won't ever hear the original reverbs ever again unless I buy one of them, which I'm not planning to do. So virtual tracks meant that your sequencer was not called a DAW back then. It meant that your sequencer, the sequencer fed the MIDI data to the synthesizers and samplers, and the outputs of the samplers and synthesizers would then get mixed directly on the mixer, right? And it had onboard automation. So you could really do some nice automation as well. And then we would print a copy onto digital audio tape. And so I never saw a reason, because I could just load my samples, and I wasn't thinking of the future. I don't think anyone was thinking of the future. I think we just sort of thought of it like, all right, I made my master recording, now I'm done. So, okay, not to mention most people may not have contact. Yeah, but you know what, Spin, you know, that's true, which, you know, you could, I mean, listen, man, only if you want to do this. I mean, it's entirely up to you. But what you could do is take all these contact sample libraries and convert them into Decent Sampler, or look for a converter, because Decent Sampler is free and open source. You know, I think it's open source, but it's definitely free. So that could be something to look for. And maybe they even have an import function. I don't know, actually, but you never know. It could be. So anyway, all right. So there we go. We are now done with the woodwinds, and we're moving on to strings already. So here we go. We'll go into the strings. Same thing here. I'm just gonna, you know, just do a little spot check, just to kind of make sure, you know, that everything looks good. Looks good. Alrighty. And there was a second pizzicato. And sorry if I'm not keeping my eye on the chat. I'm doing a session. Now, oops. Yeah, we have already a conflict of interest, so I have to call this pizzicato 2. Because otherwise the names will overwrite each other, and we don't want the names to overwrite each other. Just notice that as I was about to bounce. All right, one region as audio file. So there we go. Pizzicato 2. And it's incredible when I was looking at this the other day, like realizing like just how sparse it was. Like it's so sparse, man. Also, I just realized that we can probably do all at once. I don't probably need to do what I'm doing. I think I saw a feature export all. Guys, this is something I almost never do. So, yeah. That's why, let's just see here. All MIDI tracks as MIDI files, all tracks as audio files. Should we give it a go? Well, it's going to do all tracks, maybe selected as on. Nah, whatever. Let's just, well, here, let's try this. Let's try doing all, and let's just see what happens. Like I said, this is something I do not do very often. All MIDI. Oh, I think I just chose MIDI files. See, it's hard to concentrate and talk to you guys all at the same time. All tracks as audio files. Let's just see what happens. I've never really done this before, so let's give it a shot. Yeah, just call this all. All right. I am a percussionist after all. You're doing sound font 2. Is that what you mean by SF2? I don't know what SF2 is, but we have stuff even the repack people never had. So it's really strange in that sense. Yeah, guys. And you know what? If Namco had just asked me, would it be okay? We have a team working on this. We really want the MIDI files. We would really like to have the stems, you know, whatever, you know, we'll pay you studio time plus 10% or whatever. Like I would have done it for free. I'm doing it for free. Now, if they wanted it for the whole game, yeah, of course I would have to charge them. But if they just wanted the bare basics, I would have happily given them for free, you know? So, yeah. It's not like watching me in the old days of 2001. This is because it's all in a modern DAW. Remember, the term DAW didn't exist when I did Pac-Man World 2. It was called a sequencer. That's it. All right, let's see what did the cat drag in. All right, let's see. Look at that. It seems legit, man. So here's what we have to do now. We are going to save this. I don't know why I was doing it one by one. That seems really not very productive when I think about it now. So let's go ahead then and let's make a new session. And we'll just go to audio and let's make, I don't know, just to be safe, 55. You know why I'm choosing 55? For the sound canvas, the SC55. Hi, Jenton. How are you? I don't recall you being here before. Also, Lavender, my dear, I don't recall you either, but welcome everybody. I'm so happy to have you all here. It's really, really nice to have you all. And this is a historic moment, what's happening. Wait a second. Oh, did it just do the ones? How could it have known? There's no way. No, it's got all the, all right. I think it did it, guys. I think it did it. I think it did it correctly. All right, let's do this. The moment of truth here. It just doesn't seem like enough tracks. I don't feel like it's enough tracks, no? Actually, I think it'll just ask me to create, use exist. Yeah, it's use existing. So, all right, moment of truth. Let's, nope. Yeah, no, did not do. Also, I think it's putting in an extra bar before everything started. So I stand by my methods, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and just do it the way I do things, you know. Oh, hello. We have Yathan Blue is now one of the pack people. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. Oh, I realize my screen is not sharing. I'm so sorry, you guys. Somebody should have mentioned something. Yeah, Jen, thank you. You did mention it. I just realized now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, I'm going to go back and just do it the way I was doing it before, which is carefully going through track by track to make sure everything gets landed correctly so that we can share this music with the world. Guys, this is a major historic moment for me, you know, personally. You know, I've never done this. I've never released my source of anything, you know. And it's not like, you know, I want to protect it or it's like some big secret. It's that I'm an artist and, you know, it's my art, you know, like you can create your own art, you know, but I don't want to share my art. I mean, the master recordings, but the methods, the way I create my art, I don't want to share that. And I'm sharing it. Not only that, I'm sharing the greatest bongo solo I've ever played. Literally, that is the greatest bongo solo I've ever played in my whole life. So, yeah. Okay, so where were we? I think we got as far as the strings. What happened to my Finder windows? Did they all just like decide to disappear on me? Audio stems. Let's see. Strings. Yes, we did strings. Perfect. All right, on we go. We are going on to the piano. And we're going to do it slow and get it right. That's what we're going to do. Wow, it really went on for quite a long time there. Why did it go so long? Just want to find out why did it do that. And why did it not make its way onto the folder? Did I put it in strings by accident? No. So where is it? There's a conspiracy, you guys. Maybe the universe doesn't want me to do this. I shouldn't joke. So, oh, maybe it wasn't selected. Is that possible? All right, let's give it another try. One region as audio file. I guess it wasn't selected, so that's my fault. All right, very good. So it should be there now. There it is, piano. Wonderful. So yeah, the warm pad is coming directly from the Roland plugin version of the sound canvas. So this is the name of the patch, instrument number 90, warm pan. Warm pad. I was looking at the center pan position and yeah, anyway. So there you go. There it is, guys, the famous SC55 sound canvas. And you can use any pad, like anybody who is, you know, trying to do it all in MIDI, you know, and doesn't want to use the audio stems. It's, you can find it. It's not like impossible to find. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I think we know why now. I think some of the when I moved the samples, that's what happened, guys. Anyway, it still added that extra bar at the beginning, and we don't want that. I moved the samples folder, so it lost all these samples. That's what happened. So I better really check. I bet you $1 million there's probably nothing. No, warm pad. Yeah, piano empty, harp empty. Yeah, because I remember I organized the samples. Well, guess what happened? Yeah. Let's just double check that all this is up. Yeah, we double check all the strings? because I don't want to make a mistake on this, guys. It's too important. Okay, good. That's all there. So that's why we didn't get some of those stems. Regardless, I still want to do it one by one because it was adding that weird extra bar in front of everything, and we definitely don't want that. So, yeah, I love the sound canvas, only for a few things. Yeah, the sound canvas stopped working for you. You want to know why? Because Roland discontinued it and made some bullshit excuse. Okay? And the thing is, it's really a bullshit excuse. I think it has something to do with General MIDI and the fact that it was like the first General MIDI synth. And I don't know why. It just, they literally one day said, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. The code is old, blah, blah, frickin' blah. Are you trying to tell me that if Arturia can make a perfect model reproduction of your Jupiter 8, of you know, the mini Moog, of the Moog modular, you can't recreate a General MIDI synth that is digital? That is like, then you are the laughing stock of the entire community. Because guess what? And by the way, I'm not ever endorsing anything bad, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. I found a solution online. Again, I will say nothing else. By the way, I own all these things. I paid for them all. And I subscribed to the Roland Cloud for like 10 years. Like since it started, I've been a subscriber. And every year they give you like a bonus, like, and they run promos sometimes, like renew your subscription now and get an extra key for life, they called it, or whatever it was. So, but I did find a solution. Just saying. Yeah, there's a solution out there. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Those promos were great. I love Roland, guys. I mean, you know, payment does not equal ownership anymore. Workarounds, absolutely. You've got to do what you've got to do. I'm sorry. You know, I understand the idea that you're paying a licensing fee so that you don't actually own it. But sorry, guys, like if I pay for it, look, I bought the original sound canvas. So what? You're going to tell me one day that, oh, yeah, you can keep the sound canvas, but we're removing the chip because it's only licensed to you. So it won't make any sound anymore. Like, don't these guys get it? We want to buy something. We want to own it. That's it. That's it. You know, the original Apple iPods are like selling way above market value now because Gen Z and Gen Alpha kind of want to just have their music on their phone always, or on the iPod always. Because when you have it on your phone, oh, well, Spotify removed this artist because they violated the terms of service. You know, like nobody wants this bullshit. Like, guys, the industry, it's like just completely fucked up, man. So, yeah, you know, you got to do what you got to do. That's all I'm going to say. I bought the original sound canvas. I have a Key Play for Life sound canvas, one of my favorite synths. And I'm sorry, when Roland said we're discontinuing it, I looked high and low to find someone to help me to fix that problem. That's all I'm going to say. Wink. Guys, come on. All right. So here we go with the bass. Yeah, you know, about emulators, like I just want, oh my God, you're getting a 990? That is like, oh my God, you're getting the 990? I can't even believe you. I'm so jealous. Can I tell you why I'm jealous? So Roland typically always does the keyboard version first, and then they make a rack version. That's like usually better, fatter, bigger, you know, like the MKS 70, right? This was like the predecessor or the successor to the JX8P, and they squeezed 2 JX8Ps into that little box there. The MKS 80 was the successor to the Super Jupiter, as far as I remember, anyway. And it kicks ass, man. I love my Super Jupiter better than I love the Jupiter 8. I got to be honest. So the 990, I always wanted one. I owned the original JD800 keyboard. I had the full keyboard, man. That thing was a beast, a beast. And before I sold it, I like deep sampled it. Now, of course, I have the Play for Life key from Roland of the JD800. But I have been looking on Reverb. I was looking the other day, and I was just like, oh, man, I really kind of, you know, I never had a JD990, and I always wanted one. The only thing is you would have to have some kind of a crazy MIDI CC controller to be able to control the 990. Yeah, sorry, let me catch up on some of these chats. What am I missing here? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, if you're using it for work, I mean, that's even better. Yeah, I had the 800, man. It was huge. It was a beast, a monster, the 800. And you don't know how happy I am to have it back in my setup, because I loved that thing, like dearly, dearly. I loved it. All right, let's go. This is the Malbell, which we finally traced the roots of the Malbell to the Bob Clearmountain percussion and bass. So which I did not pay for, nor did I pay for drums 1 or drums 2. And the reason for that is a very, very dear friend of mine from high school named Ryan Freeland was Bob Clearmountain's assistant for, I don't know, 7, 8 years, a long time. And he just had a box in the studio, and Ryan was like, hey, man, do you want these? Like, you have a sampler, right? I'm like, yeah, I can have them. He's like, yeah, man, you can just have them. So technically, I never paid. I'm just saying. But I got it from Bob Clearmountain Studio. So what do you want, you know? So who knows? Maybe it's a sampling gray area, but I really doubt they're going to enforce that. I don't know. Maybe they will. If so, I'll pay the licensing fee. I don't even know which library company owns the rights to that. So, but maybe I should come clean about it after 30 years. Okay. What are we doing? Mallets. So yeah, that's kind of funny, no? So here we go with the Glockenspiel. And you know what I just realized? I should have kept the sample window open in front so you can see exactly the name of the patch. Right, and I think Spin, I volunteered you to help me make some kind of a naming chart so that the names from the MIDI match the names of the samples, and you know, like a little guide to show what's what. Anyway, you're getting it all here, guys. This is it, man. Oh, look at that. Well, the version I have is not going to have this wallpaper. And there's a number of reasons why I made that decision. It's mostly about putting my own branding on somebody else's intellectual property. Like, this is meant only for my personal use. That's it. Notice I put a kazoo in his mouth, Impact Man's mouth. He's got a kazoo in his mouth. This is literally just for me. It's my private sample library. It's just for me and for this stream and to kind of have fun. But yeah, this will be, so this is very important, Spin. You should make like a README that will say that when you open the contact libraries, it will want to find that sample. Not the sample, the wallpaper. And so it'll give you an error message, okay? Just so you know. So anyway, you just say ignore and it'll load the samples, no problem. So maybe if you could make that little README thing, that would be awesome. All right, drums and percussion, here we go. Yeah. So, castanets, here we go. Oh, and I got to check these. They sounded strange to me when we were just listening. I just want to check the castanets here. Nope, they're fine. They're fine. All right. The clicky hats, the famous clicky hats, which, by the way, is the 94 BJ98. You're getting it all, guys. You're getting it all. Oh, yes, I am locked in. Guys, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, this is even more reason, Spin and Kiwi, why we need to make some kind of a README, like a nice PDF, you know, that explains all this stuff. And, you know, and here it's coming. You're getting the bongos track. I mean, it's like I'm giving away my soul here, guys. What can I tell you? But, you know, I always say everything that you do in your life, you should always do it with love. And, yeah, it's, I love the community. I love the game. I love my soundtrack. I love these streams. I love that you guys all come with your great questions and your great comments. And I've grown to care about you guys, you know, like I care. And this is my little gesture to the community, right? So, so there it is. All right, where are we here? One region is audio file. All right, there's the craze drum. Thank you, Eric Persing, for making such a wonderful, amazing batch of sounds. Oh, right. We got to call it craze drum 2 because otherwise it will get overwritten, and we don't want to overwrite anything, do we? No. There we go. Almost done, guys. Wow, look at that. No, there should be nothing from Logic. I'll play right now, do a little sound check for you. Yeah, because this is just we're just bouncing, right? So there's no actual sound coming out. So I hope it's not bouncing with my, no, it couldn't do that. Would it do that? Bouncing with my, I'm gonna have to do a little test right now. Did I do craze drum 2? I can't remember now. I did do craze drum 2. All right, very good. Yeah, I gotta actually do a little, let's do it with craze drum 2, in fact. Put a T there. So I want to just turn off the mastering chain and oh, damn. Did I just do the wrong thing? No. How do I do shift? But that's weird. There used to be a way. What did I do now? I just bypassed all my buses and then it won't bring them back. Well, that's no good, is it? I don't do this often where I bypass all. Oh, no, you know why? Because I'm not on the master channel. Okay. There we go. My goodness. Sometimes, you know, especially when I'm tired, I'm very tired today. Yeah, I make mistakes. All right, let's just do a comparison here. What I'm worried about is that it's including my mastering channel, but let's see, hopefully not. It's not. Okay, good. Because that would have really, really sucked in a way that is hard to explain if it did that. But it did not do that. But I had to be sure, guys. I had to be sure. So, all right, we can turn on the chain again. And, right, we were on hats, I believe. Yes, we were. And let's go ahead and we'll print that off. And then we'll just test everything back and hopefully. Now, it's not going to play back the mix, mind you. These are just the stems. So just keep that in mind, yeah? That these are just stem mixes. So it's not going to play back with the reverb and all the other stuff. Take care. See you later, Python. Take care. And finally, the kick. And then we'll go ahead and we'll test everything out. Excellent. All right, so we'll go ahead and save this. And once again, we'll just, actually, I guess we'll just create one audio channel. And then when we drag everything in, hopefully each time it will ask us. All right, so we'll start off with all the drums. Create new tracks. Sounds right to me. Yeah, the buzz harp is a jaw harp. Yep. I call it a buzz harp. I just think it's a better name. And the original name, I think it's a little bit anti-Semitic, you know, like Jew harp. That's what it's supposed to be called. And I guess the consensus was that's not very nice. So yeah, it got renamed to be the jaw harp, and I just call it the buzz harp to even avoid the recollection of, you know, jaw harp, Jew harp. It's just a horrible name. It's, yeah, totally racist. But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I'll say this, like, there is a place in the world to be politically correct. And I think renaming the Jew harp, the jaw harp was good, but one step better is the buzz harp. Because it describes what happens. I mean, jaw describes the location. You hold it over your, yeah, that's good. But, you know, buzz, it goes buzz. So call it a buzz harp, you know? Yeah, that's all. All right, so far we're good here. So far everything's working. Let's go ahead with the mallets. And we'll do the same thing. We'll create new tracks. And actually I can resize this window. It'll make it a little bit easier for me. All right, we did drums and percussion. Let's go create new tracks. Go for the strings. Create new tracks. And finally the winds. And if all goes well, we should be hearing Pac-Man World 2, yeah? Sounds legit. We did it. We did it. We got it, guys. We did it. There it is. All the stems are complete, you guys. That's it. It's a done deal, man. This thing is ready to go, man. Wow, I'm so happy with this, you guys. I'm so happy. And I'm happy I'm giving it to the world, and I'm happy that you guys are happy that it's being given away. And I suppose, yeah, for the folder, I should probably put by David A. Logan. And of course, we should put a copy of the original mix. I think that's fair, no? And let's go to AAA Games. And we'll go to Pac-Man World 2 original soundtrack. And we'll go to get the bare basics. There it is. So that's it, guys. It's a done deal, man. That's it. Now I can just kick back, relax, answer any questions that you might have. Let's see. Let's open up Keka. And I don't know what I did last time. I think I did 150. I don't remember. All right, 150 should be fine. Exclude the resource forks. So guys, I'm going to delete the old one there. And I'll upload the new one, okay? And where are we here? Okay, move to trash. There we go. So that's it, guys. It's done. It's a done deal. No backing down now. There you go. All the stems, all the resources, all the samples, including the DAW bongos. My goodness, I can't believe I'm giving you guys my DAW bongos, but treat them with love. It's funny, you know, because I joked around, you know, on the stream. I joked around with Spin that, you know, when I die, I'll leave you a copy of the Pac-Man World 2 library, you know. Well, I'm not dead. So, you know, we're getting one step closer, aren't we? So anyway, it's a pleasure, guys. Really, it's a pleasure. I trust you guys. I trust the world. I trust that, you know, nobody's going to force me to take it down or sue me. I trust that because this is not being done for profit. Nobody's making any money from this. This is just me with love giving to the wonderful community, to the Pac people. And it's just my way of saying thank you for, you know, just coming to my streams and being supportive and being kind. And yeah, man. So I hope everything goes well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and upload that whole pack, and away it goes. And that's it. Now, share it with the world. Give it to your friends. Don't give it to people that, you know, thank you. Straight back at you, man. Straight back at you. Oh, right. Orb love. We got orb love. We got orb pack love. We got everything, man. Anyway, don't, you know, like, just share it with people who, you know, I don't know, just think twice. You're giving away somebody's intellectual property. And I mean, look, I'm sure eventually it's just going to be floating around on the internet, but I don't know, just think about my soft, gentle soul. And I guess don't give it away to somebody that you think would do something malicious with it. So that's all. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So yeah, let me do this. I think I uploaded it to our private area. What I'll do is I'll make a public folder right now. Okay. I'll do that right now, in fact. So it'll basically be in 2 locations because the Spin and Kiwi and oh gosh, who else? A couple other people in my Discord channel. They sort of know how to directly access it. But I'm going to go ahead right now and I'm going to upload it to a root. And then I'll give you the okay. Oh, you know what I just realized? That is a small little tiny problem. Let me fix it. I want to fix it. I'm a perfectionist, absolute perfectionist. So I got to fix this little problem here. It's called the Bare Basics, and I didn't have the. And I know you might be thinking, oh, so what? It's fine. No, not for me. It's not. So I got to do it again. Anyway, it takes a second. Because you know what my pet peeve is? When the name of the zip file doesn't match the folder that gets extracted. Oh, you don't know to what end? That really, 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 really makes me angry. Yeah, seriously, really angry. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead. I think 150 and the Bare Basics. Cool. All right. I'm feeling a lot better about all of this. Cool. So that's done. I'm going to pop it over here into the correct folder. And then I'll go like that. And then I'll go like that. And then I'll go like that. The Bare Basics. There it is. So then what I will do, share, get link, restricted. Anyone with the link is a viewer. It's not a collaborative folder. I will copy the link. I will say done. And now I will paste the link into the chat. So that's it. It's officially in the wild, everybody. It's official now. So, yeah, I mean, you know, look, I think anyone who would try and resell my samples, I don't think they would get very far. I mean, we're talking about samples from 20, 30 years ago. Maybe the bongo sample might be the most interesting. And I don't know, what would someone pay for that? 20 bucks. So it's not, you know what I mean? I carry no endorsement power. You know what I mean? Like no one is going to be like, oh, the David Logan, the famous DAW bongo that like only, you know, 1,000 people know about, you know, or have heard, whatever, you know. So it's not like there's no intrinsic value in my bongos. There is to anybody like Spin or Kiwi, anybody who is interested in, you know, making great music and doing cool sounds, and like Nick as well as in the Discord, it has intrinsic value to them, but no intrinsic value monetarily. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I don't think anyone would get very far. So that's it, guys. It's official. Pac-Man World 2, the Bare Basics, is officially out. It's officially out. Man, I feel so vulnerable right now and exposed. You don't even know. Oh my God. Oof. Dear me, dear me. Anyway, well, I know you want spooky, but that's where I draw the line. Take the win, Kiwi. Take the win. You got the Bare Basics, okay? As we say in Italy, piano piano, okay? Which means one step at a time. Not literally. Piano piano means softly, softly. But, you know, means like take it easy. Oh, you know what I just realized? Shame. Shame. My Pac-Man lights were not on. Shame on me. We did this wonderful Pac-Man World 2 stream and I didn't put on... What? Who am I? No, you know what? My power went out today and that does not go back on automatically. You have to hit this button, but take the win, Kiwi, and maybe one day. I'll tell you what. Look, I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to make a Pac-Man World 2 25th anniversary special edition of the soundtrack. If we were able to somehow make a GoFundMe, maybe it goes viral, I don't know, and we raise some money to do this with a real orchestra or whatever. Like if I can achieve all of that, then probably at that point, if the music was that popular. See, I don't think, like, the game was popular, but it wasn't that popular. And, you know, it did sell more than 1 million units, which in 2002, that was something. That was really something. You know, it's more common today, but back then, maybe only 5% of games made would break 1 million copies sold. So I don't think this will ever be like crazy popular, but yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, like if we don't get to do that for the 25th anniversary, yeah, like in 10 years, 15 years, if I'm still streaming and you're still in touch with me, yeah, I'll do the whole thing. I will do the whole thing for sure. Absolutely. Why not? No. And maybe I'll just do it for posterity so that it's just ready to go. You know, and I just leave instructions in my will upon my death. Oh, that's really morbid, huh? Yeah, upon my death, you know, my beloved girlfriend should release this link into the wild and then you guys can get it all. So, you know, probably the upload, you know what, Spin? I think you hit the nail right on the head, man. I think that the internet and the electricity current combined just couldn't handle those DAW bongos. They're just too powerful. You know, it was probably the kick drum, probably that beefy kick drum. That's probably what it, that and the bongos, I think. Yeah, you're right, man. Oh man, JT, you're awesome. And I'm really glad that I know you, man. And you're a good guy. For those that don't know, JT actually wrote the theme song. I had always wanted to write a theme song, and I must have talked about it. And then he just went and wrote one for me. And it was really good, too. So, and it is Friday, after all. Shall we do it, JT? What do you say? Huh? Shall we do this? For old time's sake, let's see, where would it be? It'd probably be over here somewhere. Because, you know, why not play it right now? Let me go to my library, app support, and then OBS. Now, I hope I didn't remove it because I remember this folder was getting really cluttered. And I had to slim it down. I don't think I did, though. I really don't think I did. Oh, I found it. Yeah, I did not delete it. All right. Here we go, guys. This is... oh gosh, there's so many of them. I'm not really, because we did jingles too. I think it's a DLM theme song. Let's try that. Oh, so good. Northern Soul.
We are the people grooving on down.
here's another one. When it gets to Friday.
When it gets to Friday, all the people know. Gotta relax with the David Logan Show. See what I did there? Thank you for following the David Logan Show.
We had all these great jingles, man. So, but the thing is, like, I always had planned to make my own song, and I did, but I don't use either. And by the way, now I don't. I could find yours, but now I don't find mine at all. Oh, okay, I found it. So here we go. So this is my theme song that I actually wrote.
Welcome to the David Logan Music Show. Gonna show you stuff that you want to know. Hour by hour, day by day. Do this stream, come what may. But I can't do this stream without you. And I want you to know that I cannot do this stream without you. David Logan Music Show. But I cannot do.
It makes me cringe every time I hear it, guys. Well, because they were temp vocals, you know, and they were never meant to be the final vocal, and it's a rough mix, and I don't know. Anyway, so there you go. There's a little history of the David Logan theme songs. So I think JT's is better. I'll say it right out. You know, like this is the thing about me. If you know, like with my own ego, I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay to say that he wrote a better theme song. I do. It's just better, objectively better. I think if I maybe had, like, you know, some live horns and maybe did this with a real band, and, you know, maybe the production value could increase, but as a song, I really do think JT wrote a better song. So anyway, I don't use the theme song anymore, and I don't do that stream anymore. That show's over now. It's the Composer Hangout podcast. Actually, JT, maybe you would like to be a guest on my podcast. You know, talk with me and Bobby about, you know, your you know, how things have gone and where are you now, and maybe tell us about the studio that you bought and then sold. I guess you bought and sold a studio. Let me know though. So definitely let me know. JT Ska is a great guy. He's a former student of mine who's older than I am, actually. Not by much, though, I don't think. And we both love ska music, the 80s revival ska music. And he even, I think you played trombone with the Selector, I think you said. I don't remember exactly. I think that's what you said, no? Anyway, so he and I have a lot of things in common, and he's a sweetheart, a real sweetheart. So, yeah, there it is. Thanks, Kiwi. Thanks. Yeah, you know the drums that you just heard that you commented on. So back in the 80s, there was a engineer by the name of Hugh Padgham. I can only say one thing, and you'll know exactly who he is. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Sorry for my singing voice. Hugh Padgham is the guy who made those drums sound as epic as they sound. He was the engineer for Genesis, Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins. Anyway, he has there's a company called TuneTrack, and they make a product called Superior Drummer. Superior Drummer 3. And there's all these, it's an ecosystem. It's not a library, actually. There's a core library, but it's sort of like the Spotify of drum libraries. That's how you can think of it. And all these people make libraries for that format, for the Superior Drummer 3. So he has a pack called Hitmaker. And what did he do? He recreated the Phil Collins drum kit and In the Air Tonight style drum kit. So you can literally get as close as you can to that actual drum sound. And he also did the Stuart Copeland Synchronicity drum kit, like almost exact. And so that snare drum, it's combined with another snare drum, but yeah, basically that's the Stuart Copeland snare drum sound and drums in general. Super tight, dry, punchy, in your face. Yeah. Which song is stuck in your head? JT's or mine? David Logan Music Show. I cannot stream without you. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you know, and the funny thing is, that's a song I wrote back in the 1990s, actually, that I revived specifically, you know, for my theme song, and I never finished it, which is a shame. I might go back to the original song, because that's a decent song. I mean, that is not a bad song at all. You know, and it's got that wonderful ska beat, you know. Yeah, so there it is. You know, I'll say something funny here. I've spoken a few times on this stream about, you know, the importance of being authentic. And, you know, I said that, you know, when I'm on my stream, like, you know, I play a bit of a character, you know, because, you know, I want to be entertaining. I want you guys to enjoy yourself. And, you know, my smiles are sincere. They're genuine. They're real. I enjoy thoroughly being here and spending time with you guys, you know, but I do, I put on a little bit of a show to entertain you guys. Right. And I saw this wonderful YouTube short about this guy talking about, because I've often asked this question of, like, you know, like, what is authenticity? You know, what does it really mean? Anyway, this guy was just saying, like, we all have to play the part of an actor sometimes in life. He says every single person to a certain degree must put on an act. And that doesn't make it malicious, mean, or bad. It's just, you know, you ham things up a little bit. Oh, please, can I just play 10 minutes more? Please, Mom. You make this face, right? Instead of saying, well, Mom, I would really like to play for another 10 minutes. Would that be okay with you? So the latter felt inauthentic, and the former, oh, Mom, please, can I just play 10 more minutes? You know, so we put a certain degree of emphasis, and we put on a little bit of a thing. And so, yeah, I was just, I don't know why it struck me. I guess it struck me when I saw his video, because I've asked this question. Because I've often wondered, like, am I fake? Like, do I think I'm authentic, but actually I'm really a fake and a phony? You know, like, did those 6 years living in Hollywood, did that make me a fake and a phony? Like, is that what I am? And I genuinely feel like it's not. I like to think that I'm a very authentic person. I try to be authentic, but seeing his video, because I asked that question on my stream so many times, when I saw his video, I was sort of like, oh yeah, I guess it's not, you know, a bad thing what I do on my stream, that I, you know, sometimes emphasize and maybe I overreact a little bit. But again, I want to be fun, you know? So, it's a beat, and only JT and I know what is meant by that. It's a beat. I challenge absolutely anybody watching this stream to define, what does it mean it's a beat? I will be shocked if anybody knows. Shocked. Because it is a beat. In fairness, that's basically work attitude all the time. I guess so, Nick. Yeah, I guess so, because, when we're at work, I don't know, I'm going to go with at least 50 to 60% of people don't want to be there. So they have to put on an act. No, maybe they're having the worst day of their life, and they have indigestion, and hello, welcome to the David Logan Music Show. How can I help you? Now that was me really acting and fake smiling. They say smiling is in the eyes. It's all in the eyes, apparently. And they also say, like, people with a lot of wrinkles around this area are generally joyful people. So I'm going to try and get more wrinkles over here. Maybe I'll put some, makeup there to make it. Yeah. Anyway. Anybody want to tell me what they think is a beat? JT, this is us, man. This is our generation, no? It's like these guys aren't going to, these young whippersnappers, they're never going to understand what is a beat. I really am curious. I bet they are frantically Googling what is a beat. I bet they're all doing it right now, and they're coming up with wrong answers. Oh, should we ask ChatGPT? I can't speak tonight. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Let's do it. This is hilarious, by the way, for me. Oh, come on. Did you mean what is a beat? For example, in music, something like a beat. No. I mean, what is a... Sounds like you're asking about beat in storytelling or writing, especially when people emphasize it like a beat. A small moment, action or reaction of emotional shift in the scene. It says, oh, come on, you not even chat. How smart is it supposed to be that it can't guess? Anyway, there it is. So nobody wants to try and... No, we got no takers. No takers on this. Hint. Airlines logo? Nope. Oh, you're giving the hint. Oh, right. Oh, that's a good hint. Yes, the BEA Airlines. That is a great hint, specifically that logo, because I can't say the name of the band, but a certain band that we're referring to made a logo based on the BEA Airlines logo. Yeah, that's a good hint, JT. Very good hint. And only we would know that. Only we would know that. So here, for those who don't know, this is the BEA Airlines logo. And that's your hint. That's the only hint you're getting. That's it. The only hint you're getting. And that JT, almost, it's like too good of a hint. And by the way, let me know when you guys capitulate and you're done. Let me know when you've given up on the quest. Anyway, yeah, JT and I are, you're a bit older than me, right? JT, I think 6 or 7 years or something like that. Anyway, I think technically you're a baby boomer and I'm Generation X, but we're sort of in that line, that crossover line. Anyway, the 1980s was such an unbelievably, I would argue, the best decade of music in all of music history. I'm not joking. It's better than the 60s, hands down. You don't have as much variety in the 60s or the 70s. You have a couple genres. In the 80s, you got 10 million different genres of music, and subculture developed. some very significant subculture directly out of music, right? And so JT and I grew up in that time and came of age. Well, you were probably an adult by the time these bands were doing what they were doing. But I was, maybe 11 or 12 years old when I first heard the band that we're specifically referencing. I legit don't know. Yeah, there's literally no way you could unless you grew up in the 80s, basically, and knew these subculture bands and stuff like that. So what we mean is when he says it's a beat, there was a band in England called The Beat. And the drummer, his name was Everett Morton. If you listen to Everett Morton's drumming, you'll say, oh, he stole that all from Stuart Copeland. Other way around. Stuart Copeland took everything from Everett Morton and all those that came before him. My clown is crying. Tears of a clown. Oh, dear. That's great. I love these hints, JT. They're fantastic. Yeah, no one would guess this in a million years. So going back to the BEA logo, the English Beat, as they were known in America, because there was a lawsuit. There was already a band called The Beat in America. So they had to change their name in America to the English Beat, which is how I knew them growing up. But they were just called The Beat in England, which is why JT, who knows them as The Beat, said, that's a beat. Because the beat in my theme song is absolutely 100% stolen from Everett Morton, and I actually added a few of my own little spices in there, but the core of it is Everett Morton. So yeah, it's my clown is crying because the English Beat did a cover version of Smokey Robinson's very famous song called Tears of a Clown, and the English Beat brought that song back in the 1980s as a ska song. And it, like, you would think, well, how could a Motown, mid-tempo Motown song work as a ska up-tempo? Oh man, it works and then some. I would argue it's almost better than the original. You want to know why the original is so good? The arrangements, man. The woodwinds and the rhythm section and that cool doom do do 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 doom. That amazing bass line. Oh man, is that ever good? James Jameson, I would have to assume, played that bass line. Yeah, so there it is. Oh man. It is on one of my drums. In fact, so yes, I've never talked about the fact that I actually make my own drums, but maybe it's appropriate to show my ska drum tonight. Shall I? Give me 2 seconds. Alrighty, so this is a Logan custom drums. Now what you're seeing here, all these designs and things, these are all the bands that were signed to a record label called Two Tone Records. Okay? And including the English Beat. And there you can see right below the main badge, the Beat, which is using the BEA Airlines logo. That's the actual thing. That was the hint that you got. There it is. The English Beat. Again, they were known as the English Beat in Canada. So these are all the bands that JT and I love and adore. And this is one of the greatest songs that came out of Two Tone. It was called Ghost Town. Go listen to it when you have a moment. It's a masterpiece. Anyway, so there you go. There's one of the Logan custom original snare drums. Now, none of my snare drums look like that, actually. They're all I don't even know if my webpage is up, but if you want, you can go look at the drums I've built. Just see, are they, oops. Uh-oh. Oh dear. I think my website is down for my drums, I mean. Oh, is it really down? Oh man, I really hope it's not down. I think the site is down. That's a shame. Yeah. Oh, well. I used to have a web page where you could go and you could look at all the drums I built, but anyway, not important. Anyway, yeah, that's why I said in a million years you will never be able to solve the riddle. But yes, the beat is a beat. So play Dal Samba. Oh dear. I guess so. I could. I don't see why not. Let's see here. Also, I'm rerouting my entire studio. So in the future, when you ask me to play something on the XV80, I'll be able to, but it's still not ready yet. So patience, young Jedi, patience. All right, let's go to the rebuild here and let's do the Bedouin Woods, no? Let's do it. I'm just firing it up now. Anyway, thinking about wrapping it up soon. So, yeah, go rest your back, Kiwi. Maybe a ska version. Oh, JT. That would be unbelievably epic to do a ska version. Oh my goodness. That would be amazing. But yeah, why not, man? Take care, Spin. Take care. Yeah. All right, let's listen to Bedouin Woods and then we'll wrap it up for the night, okay? Let's see, where are we here? Pac-Man World 2. There we are. Yep, same ones, same kick and click. Yep. by the way, I'm just going to listen to the repacked version just for fun. See, everything that was cool, they removed it. They put some stupid bongos in there, not the DAW bongos. It's incredible. They stem splitted it and actually removed the coolest part of it, that jerky samba rhythm. I mean, that's what makes it cool. Whatever. Guys, they just fucking totally missed the entire point of that music. Like they just utterly, it's lost on them. Incredible. No? Anyway, so yeah, you can't remake, first of all, I'm not submitting the MIDI file. There's other things missing. So like the marimba is not on there. I mean, we've identified which marimbas. I think I think it was the X sample. I don't remember. You know better than me. Anyway, Spin. What else would be? The super brass section is not in my sample pack. Like obviously, yeah, like it's the super brass, right? So we've identified, yes. So with all the identifiable samples, and yes, I believe the only one in there that is like essential would be the Dal Samba, and I will never upload that. I take that to the grave. Well, no, just before the grave, I'll upload it for you, Spin. So anyway, I don't know. Like, let's see. Maybe I'll feel differently about this. I'm an artist, so I frequently change my mind and I go back and forth, and so like now I'm sort of feeling like, maybe I will, and then tomorrow I might think like, oh, what did I say that for? Tomorrow I might say, what did I do? Why did I upload all this stuff, So, yeah, I mean, yes, you can, that would be great, Spin. So, anyway. So, I don't know, does anybody have any quick questions or anything before I go? And I want to just say hello to Jasmine, who we missed tonight. I didn't see Jasmine in the chat. So in case you were watching to the very end of the stream, Jasmine, thank you for watching. Cool. All right, guys. Well, if there are no questions, I'll just wait another second because sometimes the delay in the chat. It's done, guys. The bare basics. It's up there. It's out there. I can't believe I did this. Wow. Oof. That's all, folks. Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Thank you. Thank you, Miles. Appreciate it. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, it was super fun. And look, I mean, I'll say this, like, this started off as a Pac-Man stream, but we sort of felt that, we wanted to make it more of a podcast format and, interview people and, and just make it more of a composer hangout forum kind of thing. But here's what I'll say, you guys, like anytime that you sort of like you're dying to know a question or, Spin if you want clarification, always feel free to ask me about Pac-Man. It's always a pleasure to talk about it with you guys. Seriously. Okay. Yes, next week it'll be fun. And, Kiwi, let me know about this event because I guess I'm not 100% sure what is involved. I'm happy to come spend time with you if you are. Is it like a stream, your event, or is it a podcast? Like, how does it work exactly? What's the medium? Because if it's like, I've had people say to me like, oh, is it okay if I interview you for X, Y, and Z magazine? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to be interviewed. Sure. And they just email me a list of questions. Like, you really think I'm going to take all that time? Like, you can, set up a call, ask me the questions, and I'll answer. Like, I'm just not a keyboard texting guy, Anyway. So, yeah, just let me know what's the format and when do you want to do it. Because if you give me a date range, then, in our DMs, give me a date range that you're proposing and then maybe explain it to me. Or we could do a call, like a Zoom call, like how we did last time. And then you can just explain to me a little bit more what's involved. But if it means, coming, hanging out, spending time with you and your community, I'd be happy. I'd be thrilled to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. So just let me know, Kiwi, and then we'll set it up, okay? Just DM me. Alrighty. Well, it's that time of the night. If it's being streamed, what, where, when, and how is it? I don't know. This is the thing, JT. This is what I'm asking. Because I don't know. So I'm asking him to DM me. But I'll tell you this, JT and Kiwi, I'm sure you agree. If we do set it up and we know the date, we'll announce it on this stream. I'll let everybody on the stream know. So no problem there, okay? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for another amazing stream. Please enjoy to the most human imaginable enjoyment. Enjoy all the music I've shared with you guys today, and share with your friends, and just have fun with it, So, as I always say, I think the purpose of life is to find some purpose in life, and I think the meaning of life is to find some meaning in life.